Hello and welcome to another installment of Comparative Reasoning. I'm your host, Sidra Kennedy, and I want to give y'all hope. I want to give you some, what can I do about this going back to school and possibly being forced, to contract the deadly virus. Because here's the thing, you can sue. You can sue for this. They are forcing you. It is force. It's force. It's under duress. You must send your child into a petri dish of COVID-19, or COVID as I call it, COVID-21, because Delta variant. I just call it 21. You got to send them there, and kids, they're not going to wear their mask when they're eating. You can practice all the social distancing during class and wear your mask at all given points, even during PE. And PE, you think about that, all that running and breathing so heavily into a trapped area. Normally walking around and whatnot, the mask isn't an issue by any means. You can wear 3 or 4 or 5 masks. That's been proven. But when you are running and sucking wind and all that, you're gonna have to pull that mask down. You're gonna feel like because you will suffocate. What's gonna happen. You'll pass out. So kids are gonna yank it down and be like, I had to breathe. And then you got lunch. They got to eat. And in lunch, there's no distancing. There's no barriers up or anything. They're not taking them a little bit here, a little bit there. No. My daughter's trading Pokemon cards and stuff. That could have the virus on it or whatnot. And they're talking and laughing and all this during lunchtime when they're all together. They're getting up, moving around and doing all that. I mean, what would be the point of the mask at that moment? When that happens, the mask is nullified. It's pointless. It's meaningless. It has no strength because it's not there. And so they get that, bring it home, and they're your children. You want to trust them and all, but they're pretty much throwing COVID-19 in the air if they got it. And when I say if, it don't mean that they do, and if doesn't mean that they don't, or they will, or they won't. If is a 50-50. Every single time they go to school, they either will or they won't get it. And when they come home, if they have it, you now got it. Do you have pre-existing conditions? Because then your insurance might not cover it. I haven't heard of insurance having COVID cover. So you're forced to do this. You're forced to contract a deadly virus. These are grown adults forcing your hand. And yeah, you like to say, look, I'm a grown person. I can do what I want to do. I don't want to send my kid to school. I'm not going to send my kid to school. Then they send the police. You go to prison. Your kid go to the system. Still got to go to school. It's going to happen. And now you in prison where COVID-19 is unchecked. No one in prison is wearing masks. If you ever want to understand the United States as a failed experiment, this is it. This exploits it. It's always been a failed experiment. We just had to find the things that would exploit that, and this is it. Right now, you go to school, you go into school, college or anything like that, and you're wearing your mask, you're in class, you're walking around outside, you're masked up, then you got to go some cloistered place to eat because you're starving. You have no protection. Your wall is down, you're done. So they force you to get this. I think those that, did this, yeah, sue them. You can sue them. And I ain't saying you're going to get rich. I ain't saying any of that. But it's the only language people in power care to understand and acknowledge. When you hit them pockets, you change not minds, but directives. You change plots. You want action, you hit them pockets. And forcing kids to go to school, potentially catch a deadly virus, take it home, and spread it and potentially kill those or give them lifelong, debilitations due to this virus, and rack up a medical bill of astronomical proportions, yeah, you can sue. And truthfully, they should get prison time. If I went to your house right now, grabbed you by your neck, held a gun to your head, and said, you need to get into the shark infested waters and swim for 10 minutes. If you get out, you're cool. If you get eaten, it is what it is. And if you get something chewed off, but you live, you'll be debilitated like that for the rest of your life. But hey, you made it. What should happen to me? Really? And that's where I'm coming from. So if you are a lawyer, if you know a lawyer, ask them about this. Ask them. See what they say. Something tells me they're going to side with me on this. Especially when you let them know, hey, whatever I win, you get half. Let's go for gusto. They really want to sing that tune then. So let me know what you think about this in the comment section. This has been Sidra Kennedy for Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.